Welcome to Secure Biz, your trusted guide through the turbulent waters of cyber risk, insurance trends, and future technology forecasts. Today, we travel forward to the year 2026 to visualize the chaotic yet fascinating landscape of the cyber insurance market. The digital world is evolving faster than ever, bringing unprecedented opportunities, but also introducing terrifying systemic risks to our global economy. We are looking at a future where a single digital spark can ignite a firestorm that consumes industries across the globe. The concept of isolation is dead, because every business is now tightly locked into a vast, complex, and vulnerable digital supply chain. In this interconnected web, reliance on major software providers has created a dangerous single point of failure for millions of companies. This brings us to our first major topic, which is the catastrophic potential of supply chain failures and the domino effect. Imagine a scenario where a trusted software vendor is compromised, sending a malicious update to thousands of unsuspecting small business clients. This is not just a local glitch. It is a systemic shockwave that travels instantly across borders, time zones, and industries. For small and medium enterprises, this downstream impact is often fatal, as they lack the resources to survive prolonged operational downtime. The financial losses from such an event in 2026 are projected to dwarf anything we have seen in previous decades. Cloud aggregation risk is a primary concern for insurers, as they struggle to calculate the maximum probable loss from one event. Insurers are now tightening their terms, demanding proof of resilience before they even consider writing a policy for these dependent companies. The old model of simply transferring risk is fading. Companies must now demonstrate they can withstand the shock of a vendor failure. Moving beyond the supply chain, we enter the era of the artificial intelligence arms race between cybercriminals and security defenders. In 2026, attacks are no longer manual. They are automated, intelligent, and executed at machine speed by sophisticated algorithms. Attackers are leveraging generative AI to craft perfect phishing emails that are indistinguishable from legitimate communications, fooling even the experts. Deepfake technology has advanced to the point where video and voice impersonations of executives are used to authorize fraudulent financial transfers. However, the defense is also evolving, using the same AI technology to predict, detect, and neutralize threats before they cause damage. It is a perpetual game of cat and mouse, where the advantage shifts constantly between the attackers and the digital defenders. Security operations centers are now staffed by hybrid teams of human analysts and AI agents working together to monitor vast networks. Authentication methods have become more rigorous, relying on biometrics and behavioral analysis to combat the rise of AI-driven identity theft. Polymorphic malware, which changes its code with every iteration, challenges traditional antivirus software, necessitating advanced AI-driven behavioral detection systems. The motivation remains financial, but the tools have become weaponized, lowering the barrier to entry for less skilled cybercriminals. With AI as a service, sophisticated attack capabilities are now available to anyone willing to pay, democratizing the ability to cause digital destruction. This leads us directly into the evolving world of ransomware, which remains the most persistent and damaging threat to modern businesses. By 2026, the tactics have shifted from simple data encryption to a more sinister strategy known as double extortion. Hackers no longer just lock your files. They steal your most sensitive data first, threatening to leak it if you refuse to pay. This puts victims in a terrible position, facing regulatory fines and reputational ruin even if they can restore their systems from backups. The leverage has shifted, making the decision to pay or not to pay one of the hardest choices a board faces. Legal frameworks are tightening, with some jurisdictions considering bans on ransom payments to discourage the criminal business model entirely. Despite the risks, average ransom demands continue to climb, fueled by the high value of the stolen intellectual property and personal data. It is a lucrative industry, and criminal groups operate like legitimate corporations, with customer support lines to help victims pay easily. Backups are essential, but in the era of double extortion, they are no longer a silver bullet that guarantees a clean escape. Regulators are imposing strict penalties on companies that fail to protect consumer data, adding a second layer of financial pain to victims. This complex environment forces companies to seek help immediately, realizing that internal IT teams are often overwhelmed by the scale of attacks. This brings us to the transformation of the insurance industry itself, moving from a passive payer to an active incident response partner. In 2026, buying cyber insurance is like subscribing to an elite emergency service that deploys experts the moment trouble strikes. Insurers now provide professional negotiators who understand the psychology of cyber criminals and can often lower ransom demands significantly. Digital forensics teams are dispatched to identify how the breach happened, secure the environment, and prevent the attackers from returning later. Legal counsel is provided to navigate the complex web of notification laws, ensuring the company does not inadvertently admit liability or violate regulations. The relationship has become collaborative, with insurers conducting regular health checks to ensure clients maintain strong defenses throughout the policy term. Premiums are now dynamic, adjusted based on the real-time security posture of the client, incentivizing continuous improvement in cyber hygiene. Education is a key component, with insurers funding training programs to turn employees from security liabilities into the first line of defense. This holistic approach reduces the overall cost of claims and helps businesses recover faster, minimizing the disruption to their daily operations. But what happens when the storm is too big? We must now discuss the terrifying concept of uninsurable systemic cyber risks. There are scenarios so catastrophic, such as a global internet outage or a state-sponsored attack on critical infrastructure, that markets fail. Private insurers have finite capital and cannot cover the losses if every single client files a claim at the exact same time. War exclusions are becoming more specific, attempting to clarify that cyber warfare between nations is not covered by standard commercial policies. The line between criminal hacking and state-sponsored cyber terrorism is blurring, creating disputes over who pays the bill for the damage. This has led to urgent debates about the need for a government backstop, similar to how nations handle terrorism or flood risks. A public-private partnership could provide a safety net, ensuring that the economy does not collapse in the event of a digital apocalypse. Without such intervention, a systemic failure could lead to social unrest and a complete freeze of liquidity in the financial markets. Governments are realizing that cybersecurity is national security, and protecting the insurance market is vital for national economic stability. As we look toward 2026, we see a landscape defined by interconnection, artificial intelligence, evolving extortion, and insurance transformation. The challenges are immense, but so is our capacity for innovation and resilience in the face of these digital threats. Businesses that adapt, invest in defense, and partner with forward-thinking insurers will thrive in this new and dangerous digital era. It starts with the basics: strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, and a culture of skepticism towards every unexpected email or message. We can make it harder for the bad guys, forcing them to move on to easier targets and protecting our own assets. The cyber insurance market will continue to grow, becoming as fundamental to business operations as property or liability insurance is today. Investing in human capital and training the next generation of cyber defenders is crucial to keeping pace with the AI threat. Global cooperation between nations will be essential to dismantle the safe havens where cybercriminal gangs currently operate with impunity. New technologies like blockchain may offer ways to secure supply chains and verify identities without relying on vulnerable central authorities. Cyber risk is no longer just an IT problem. It is a boardroom priority that demands attention from the highest leadership. The clock is ticking, and the time to prepare for the risks of 2026 is right now, today. We hope this deep dive has given you clarity on the challenges and solutions that lie ahead in the cyber landscape. Remember the 3 pillars of survival: build resilience, adapt to new threats, and form strong partnerships with your insurance providers. Security is not a cost center. It is a business enabler that allows you to innovate and grow with confidence. Take action today to review your cyber insurance policies and assess your supply chain dependencies before the next crisis hits. Behind every device and every algorithm are people, and protecting their data is a responsibility we must all take seriously. The future does not have to be dystopian. With the right preparation, we can build a digital world that is safe. Collaboration is our strongest weapon. creating a united front that makes it increasingly difficult for cyber criminals to succeed. Let's work together to turn the vulnerabilities of today into the strengths of tomorrow, securing our businesses and our livelihoods. Every patch installed, every employee trained, and every policy updated is a step towards a more secure and resilient future. Peace of mind is possible, even in a volatile market, when you know you have done everything possible to prepare. As we bridge the gap between now and 2026, let us carry these insights forward into our strategic planning. Whether you are in healthcare, finance, or retail, the principles of risk transfer and mitigation remain universally applicable and vital. Your defenses may be tested, but with the right insurance partner, you will have the resources to rebuild and recover. Write your own success story by being proactive, rather than becoming a cautionary tale of negligence in the history books. Small actions taken consistently over time build a fortress of security that is incredibly difficult for attackers to breach. Just as AI learns and improves, so must our strategies for risk management evolve to meet the challenges of tomorrow. Trust is the currency of the digital age, and protecting that trust is the ultimate goal of every cybersecurity measure. We live in a matrix of data, and navigating it requires wisdom, foresight, and the right tools to stay safe. Let Secure Biz be your lighthouse in this storm, illuminating the risks and guiding you towards safer shores of business. As the sun rises on the future of 2026, we see a world that is challenged but not defeated. We will continue to track these trends, bringing you the latest updates and expert analysis as the market evolves further. Time waits for no one, and in the world of cybersecurity, every second counts when detecting and responding to threats. Physical and digital security are converging, creating a unified landscape that requires a comprehensive approach to risk management and insurance. Protecting your digital assets is protecting your future, ensuring that your hard work is not stolen by anonymous criminals. Identity is the new perimeter, and verifying who is accessing your network is the most critical step in modern defense. The speed of business demands speed of security, ensuring that protection mechanisms do not slow down innovation or customer experience. Global standards are emerging, helping to create a common language for risk that insurers and businesses can both understand clearly. Compliance with these new standards will be mandatory, not optional, for any business wishing to operate in the global market. Geography still matters, as different regions face different types of threats and regulatory environments that impact insurance availability and pricing. Read the fine print of your policy, understand the exclusions, and know exactly what is covered before a crisis occurs. Insurance is your life buoy, keeping your business afloat when the digital waves threaten to pull you under the surface. Recovery is possible, and with the right team and support, you can emerge from a cyber attack stronger than before. Resilience is about more than just survival. It is about the ability to grow and flourish in a digital environment. The cloud can be secure if configured correctly, offering scalability and protection that on-premise solutions often struggle to match today. Don't neglect the basics of endpoint protection, as every device connected to your network is a potential entry point for hackers. Law enforcement is getting better at tracking these criminals, seizing their assets, and disrupting their infrastructure to protect the public. Knowledge is the key to security, and staying informed about the latest threats is your best defense against the unknown. To recap, watch your supply chain, prepare for AI attacks, understand ransomware trends, and leverage your insurer as a partner. We hope this video has provided you with actionable insights that you can apply to your own business strategy immediately. At Secure Biz, we are committed to keeping you ahead of the curve, analyzing the trends that matter most to you. If you found this analysis valuable, please hit the like button and share this video with your colleagues and network. Check out our other videos for more deep dives into specific aspects of cybersecurity, technology, and business risk management. We want to hear from you. What are your biggest concerns for 2026? Leave a comment below and let's discuss. Join our growing community of professionals who are dedicated to building a safer, more secure digital world for everyone involved. Remember that security is a journey, not a destination. Stay vigilant, stay prepared, and never stop learning about the risks. Our team works hard to bring you these forecasts, combining data analysis with expert opinion to give you the best view. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us today. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for watching Secure Biz. Subscribe now for more deep dives into the future of security and business.